Jaiswal's back. Kohli's back. Whacking 60 like no man's business. What a great day for Indian cricket. Welcome back to 2 Innings Cricket. This episode is sponsored by Snaptech. What a brilliant performance by India today. Can't fault it. What do you think, boys? Happy?
Very happy,
The
Amit.
king,
I'm so
the,
ecstatic.
the king is back. Kohli is back. Oh my gosh! Like what a series he's had. The three
Yeah.
ODIs that he's been playing is absolutely fantastic. You know, left off from the last ODI that we played in Australia, had some high scores, 2 centuries and a 65 off of
165,
45.
yeah.
Honestly, that striking that he was batting was just pure classic Kohli there. The cover drives, the aggressive sixes that he was hitting as well, and he was backing up Jaiswal as well. It was fantastic. You know what? It was such a joy to watch that batting performance.
Did you see the no look 6 he scored?
No looks.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I saw that in highlights. Oh, and then he looked at that.
So,
I said, "Boys,
my
this
son
is
Aryan,
yeah."
Aryan said, "Oh, Dada, is that not arrogant?" Because no, it's not arrogant.
No.
So he knows
He's
that's a
just
beautiful start.
That's
It's
just
just class.
Class.
Yeah.
What a! I mean, I felt like he's the 23-year-old Kohli again, Virat again. Oh my god! What a performance today.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
We bettered them.
And
I mean, I know we've been getting a kind of sentimental about and Rohit. Let's not forget Rohit again. You know, he
Yeah,
batted really well as well. Yeah,
Amazing.
He got 70 something, didn't he? I think
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
remember, but
75,
Yeah,
not
75.
you know,
Yeah.
and so for both Roko, they're both kind of justifying their place in the team, and as long
100%.
as their form continues, they hopefully will justify our romanticism of them still being a part of the squad. Well,
Yeah.
actually, not part of the squad, but also in the team for 2027.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to add. I think these innings, last 3 innings showed, and in Australia showed that they do care. If they didn't care, Rohit wouldn't have lost that much weight. He wouldn't have put effort in,
Oh,
and
especially
same for
looks.
Kohli. Both of them actually care, and I loved it. I think they should definitely stay there till 2027 World Cup because they're still fit. Kohli is like 25, 23. I can't, when you see him, he's still the fittest. And it's better than the 25, 26-year-old kids nowadays who are playing in the team.
Yep.
It's still better. I mean,
Kohli.
Yeah.
I'd say Kohli's just got that Ronaldo-esque physicality about him.
100%.
That's his hero. He's his hero. He models him on Ronaldo, basically. To work hard in the gym, work hard in eating, work hard on the pitch.
You know what I've always said? I mean, you two may disagree with this, is that I always felt like Sachin is like Lionel Messi, very naturally talented. Okay,
Naturally
beautiful
talented.
to watch,
Yeah.
graceful. Okay,
Yeah.
and Kohli always says like Ronaldo, both exceptional players, but have probably achieved more than their probably natural talent would normally allow because of their mindset towards kind of physicality, diet, and keeping their body fit and trim. For me, I've always kind of compared that. That's always been my comparison to them too. And as you said, Roy, it's just brilliant. It's brilliant. And also, let's give a shout out to Jaiswal as well, because again, you were
his first
mentioning it
100,
in the last podcast that you wanted. You've been a little bit out of form. So again, let's not beat about the bush. This is a very, very good South African team.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
And we made them look very average today.
Yeah, they won in England and they won in Australia as well. So it wasn't easy series for us to win one day internationals.
No.
And we won the toss first time in 21st time, because actually we won the toss.
That deserves the biggest round of applause.
Yeah, for
the one in a million curse is finally over now. Like after how many 17 or 16 tosses?
21, 20. This was 21st. Yeah.
This is the 21st. That is ridiculous, to have lost 20 before. But you know what? Apart from the batting side, I think it was all really good seeing the chase and seeing obviously Jaiswal, Kohli, and Rohit Sharma. A special praise has to go to the bowling as well.
Oh yes.
And a certain fast bowler who, let's just say, we have been quite critical of
No,
and
actually,
maybe
I was
had
kidding.
some
When I
rest.
saw
Okay,
the first 2 overs, 27, oh my God, there you go.
yeah, I mean, if you looked at it, I mean, we managed to get we got 1 wicket quite early on in the first over of Ryle Rickleton. But if you look at the stand between Bavuma and obviously Quinton de Kock, who made a
Yeah.
century as well,
Yeah.
South Africa were looking pretty good. They were 114 for 2, and then as soon as 168 for 3 with Matthew Gretzky getting out, then they just kind of collapsed from there for less than 100 runs. So it was pretty good bowling from our end. Obviously, Kuldeep Yadav getting 4 wickets.
Yeah.
Prasidh Krishna getting 4
Yeah.
wickets, Arshdeep getting 1 wicket, as well as Jadeja. So, you know what, Prasidh Krishna, I hold my hand up. You had a very good game today. So, sorry for any comments that we made about you in the past.
But I think this shows, if we put this into context, our first 2 games when we bowled second, because of Jew, it was like really difficult to bowl. And we won the first game, and we literally nearly won the second. I mean, it was close. It's not like how we beat them in the second innings. They didn't beat us like that. We won 9 wickets. It was so easy. So they could not handle they could not handle the Jew. So the credit must go to our bowlers to bowl under those lights in the first 2 games, and won us the first game and nearly won us the second game. I think this is where the difference of skills is as well. So you can see when South Africa have to bowl, we just dismantle them. We won easy.
Oh, Kohli was smacking him left, right, and centre. Honestly, he made Ngidi look like a little boy. Like, honestly, it was
40 overs as well. We won in 40 overs. Yeah. So
we could, if we batted first and we were batting like that, we could have made 400.
Going at what I was thinking that easily.
So credit to the bowlers, credit to the chasing of the batters. But again, what happens when you win the coin toss? And I know we talked about this in our last episodes about the L word, the luck. But this is how fine the margins are in cricket, where just from a simple coin toss, had South Africa won it, they could have easily batted.
They could have won the league, a series,
yeah. They could have won the series. They could have easily batted second, and our bowlers might have struggled again with the Jew. So again, with cricket, I think it does come down to a lot of luck, because if you do win the coin toss, you do slightly have a little bit more of an advantage then, if you know the conditions and you know particularly what might happen in the second innings. So, but again, you know what? It still takes a lot of talent and a lot of credit and a lot of skills in order to apply the game plan once you've won the toss. But bowl accurately, bowl very good, keep the line and length, keep the spinners pressurizing the batsman, and then also when you set the target, chase it down very comfortably. So they did that, and it was a flawless performance. Only lost 1 wicket. I thought it was a very good performance from the Indian team.
Very good.
So can I ask you a question then? If we're saying that for the day-night games, in the one-day day-night games, that the Jew factor is a big factor, and often should the ICC or the the hosting teams countries kind of look at changing that then, because over Test matches is different because it's 5 days, so you expect the pitch to kind of play, or the conditions to kind of have an effect over the course. But for such a short format of the game, should really the weather or the G factor really play such a big influence on the outcome?
Yeah, I don't feel it that it should be this case though. There should be 50-50 opportunities for both teams to win the game. There shouldn't be like 70-80% to one team, 20% in second team because they're bowling second. It shouldn't be the case. There's no fair game then, because the toss gonna decide who's gonna win the match.
Yeah.
And same for pitch as well, especially one-day internationals. The pitch should be that it gives. It basically covers both batting and bowling. It helps both, so that bowlers can bowl how they want to bowl, and batters can bat as well if they want to. If they put really good application in the batting, it shouldn't be like free, easy batting wicket as well, where teams can score 400, 450s. It should be even game. I personally don't like this way that a toss decides who's going to win the match. Imagine this is one World Cup final. Imagine that. And just a toss going to let you, to decide who's going to win it. I mean, I don't know what to do. Maybe because this time of the year, where the game was being played, the dew was a big factor. Maybe they need to change the ball, so the ball doesn't get dry, the wet that much. So there's something, or maybe they need to change the rules that maybe there be 4 balls involved rather than 2 balls involved, because they recently changed
the game earlier.
Yeah, no, you know what they did now, ICC? They recently changed the law that in the earlier games, there were only 2 balls. One end, one ball, another end, another ball. Now, after 34th or 35th over, captains have to decide which ball to carry on with. So now, after 35th over, it's only one ball used. So this is a new rule now they got in. So this is why it was really difficult for bowling second to actually defend the total. I think they definitely need to look at that. I agree with you. They definitely need to look at that.
For me, an easy solution is just start the game a little bit an hour earlier. I know that could be an impact on the stadium
working
getting
people
full,
or just people.
but
Yeah,
it's still a day. Remember, it gets quite dark in India quite early. Especially this time of the year. It's not as if it's getting dark at 9, 10 o'clock like it does in England when it's the summer. So I think starting the game an hour earlier, that's kind of pretty much, if it's a T20 game, that's pretty much half of the innings of a T20 game. Well, nearly a third of the innings. And for an ODI, probably quarter or so. So but again, I
think this is what one of our coach. Sorry, this is what one of our coach. He said different start time could bring down due effect anyway. So they should definitely look at that
on the location, because there are going to be some places because of closeness, because of the typical weather and how close they are to the coast, etc. That the environmental factors will have more of an effect. So
I think this is why they were playing the games like in the middle of India and the south of India, because the north is pretty cold anyway. They can't play the games there at the moment. So but T20 is okay. T20 is only 20 over game, so they can play. There's one happening in Chandigarh as well, so which is north. It's going to be cold, but it's okay.
It will be cold. Well, cold for them, beautiful for us. But
yeah, cold for them. So how cold are Australia?
Sorry?
How cold? By cold, I remember how cold is Australia. Let's talk about Australia as well.
The Ashes. Second test. Yeah, what a cracker. What an absolute cracker there. Yeah. Where's Bazball? Where has Bazball gone?
Well, first of all, I think we need to give a round of applause to Joe Root as well. I think it's his first century.
Yes. What did I say? What did I say in our podcast? He will score 100. Boy, he did score 100. Matty Hedden didn't need to go naked running around in Melbourne. he said, if he doesn't score 100, I will go naked. I will run naked in Melbourne. So he especially congratulated Joe Root. He said, thanks, mate, you saved me. Oh, he should say, thanks, God, you saved Australian public to see you naked.
I was going to say, public indecency disorder.
But what a performance by Australia. They seem to be purring at the moment again.
Honestly, Mitchell Starc, what a bowler. Give him a pink ball. He's
best in pink ball, isn't he?
I'm surprised he's like 5th or 6th in the test rankings. I'm not too sure if that's right. But
no, he surpassed Wasim Akram. He surpassed Wasim Akram in the test wicket taker. So he's been bowling amazingly well.
No, not even wicket taking, but just in the test standings.
That's what I'm saying. He went past Wasim Akram in the most wicket taking list. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So he's been doing fantastic. Honestly, like he's been deadly, man. 6 wickets to 75 in England's first innings, and then obviously in the second innings as well, he's taken 2 as well. Like he is a fantastic bowler. And England, again, if you take away obviously Joe Root's 138 and Zach Crawley's 76, the batting line has been quite poor again for England. Ben Duckett, like his name says, got out for a duck. And Ollie Pope as well. What is his position in this England team?
Definitely down. Definitely his position. I remember there was a clip on social media. Mark was said that he's an ordinary player, and then next ball he got out. He said, "See, I told you so." He's not. He's not good.
I think he's very pedestrian.
Yeah,
very pedestrian. He's been around obviously for a while.
He was a vice captain before.
Yeah. So he's got experience, but I just feel like he's not adding anything to this England team. And that number 3 position, especially when you're playing Test, and especially in the Ashes, is so important. Because if you're hoping that your openers have kind of seen off the new ball, then the new ball's kind of a bit older. That's when that number 3, number 4 batsman can score the runs. That's why it's so integral that number 3 batsman is performing well. India have had their struggles finding a number 3 test batsman as well. So, I think Ollie Pope is definitely going to be. There's going to be some question marks if he continues to be playing in the Ashes in the third or fourth test and he doesn't score any runs. I mean, he got a duck in the first innings, and then what? He got 26 in the second innings again.
Yeah.
But Ben Duckett as well, only 15 runs. Joe
Yeah.
Root, 15 runs. Harry Brook, 15 runs. There's a lot of 15s going on there. That must be a lucky number for them. But yeah, Ben Stokes got run out. Obviously, quite uncharacteristic there. JB Smith got a duck. So Bazball does not look like it's working in the Ashes, and I think a lot of these English pundits and commentary personnel were kind of thinking 3-1 England, 4-1 England. I don't think they'll be saying that if Australia do win this series. Win this test match. So,
and do you think what's your predictions for this test?
I think Australia are going to 100% win. I mean, England,
they're still 43 behind.
Runs, and they want to go 4 wickets.
They're still 43 behind, and it's only third day, and they only got 4 wickets left. And then I believe they're gonna lose by innings if they come out pretty cheaply. If they start playing baseball again, the last 5 or 6, they're gonna come out cheaply. And I can't believe this is without Pat Cummins, their captain, Australia.
Yeah.
I mean, and they didn't have Nathan Lyon in the team as well.
They haven't got Hazelwood either.
No Hazelwood either, exactly. One of the best bowlers. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, Scott Bolland has been doing well. I think he's been a good backup to Mitchell Starc, so he's been bowling his socks off too. So yeah, I mean, this is why a lot of, like I said, the English media were saying they've not got Pat Cummins, they've not got Hazelwood. That England should run right with the batting, but it's been the opposite. So very shocking.
So if you've given Gautam Gambhir a lot of stick, for his performance as a coach for India in the Test arena, so I don't see that same amount of stick being, flung at Bazball, Brendan McCullum. Why not? And secondly, he hasn't won anything anyway.
That's true, 100%. I think Brendan McCullum should get. England, I don't think have won any tournaments or any trophies, have they?
No, so basically he just became a one-day wide ball coach as well. Earlier it was someone else. Yeah. He became a wide ball coach as well. But Test arena, he hasn't won a big series anyway. He only won against West Indies, I think. Yeah, or qualified for World Test Championship. So exactly. So if we are after Gambhir, there should be question asked from Brendan McCullum as well.
I think there are a few small sections of the kind of English fans, like I follow certain people on Instagram as well. They've been calling for Brendan McCullum and said, look, if this Ashes doesn't go their way, that's it. I think it should be going, because the whole Bazball, I think it was great, when it works in home series, but I don't think they can take it to different countries. I just don't think it works. They need to play sensible, smart cricket, especially like in a game against Australia, very high pressured. It's somewhere that you can't be just giving your wickets away cheaply. And it looks like, unfortunately, a few of the batters have been doing that. So it does fall on Brendan McCullum. So he should definitely get a lot of stick.
Yeah, if you see, Joe Root scored his 100, he didn't score his 100 by playing baseball. He scored his 100 by playing proper Test cricket. He scored his 100 out of 206 balls in 69. Still better, still great, but he played proper Test cricket. This is why I think he scored his 100.
And also, one thing I'm going to say is that in many sports there've been many great teams: Chicago Bulls in the basketball, Arsenal and Invincibles, Manchester United treble, Man City treble, the great Ajax teams, Barcelona teams. They've not just gone to the opposition and just carried on playing the way they are. There's been some adjustments. Okay, but these are teams that have actually won something. They've got kind of credit in the bank. They've got trophies in the cabinet. England or Bazball, yes, they're very entertaining, and I'm not going to say they're not entertaining. And hopefully, they may, actually, the way they are playing, may have revived even test cricket to a certain degree. But they haven't won anything, and there's that arrogance there that they're going. They've not won anything, but they're still going to teams or playing teams, whether home or away, with the same approach. So that, for me, that's not coaching, is it? That's just lazy. That's just cut and paste. Doesn't matter about the location or the conditions or the team. Just cut and paste the form and then just move it. But cut and paste is okay to a certain degree if it's been successful. As I said, if you've got trophies in the bag, but they've not even got that. So where's the logic in terms of cutting and pasting for a method that actually has not brought them any results other than entertainment?
So, you know, the funny thing, I was just actually having a look at this scorecard, especially when we talk about baseball, we talk about England batsmen, you know, playing quite freely, scoring, you know, high runs at a quick rate. But looking at Australia's strike rates in their first 6 batsmen, you got Travis Head, who had a 76 strike rate, Jake Weatherald, 92, Mark Labuschagne, 83, Steve
Yeah.
Smith, 71, 78, Alex Carey, 91, Josh Inglis, 92. Okay, Josh Inglis was less than 50. But that is how you should be aiming your batting lineup. You know, these guys are scoring good runs. You know, there were good scores, 72, 65, 61, 45, 63. But they were scoring it nearly at high 70 strike rates and above. So they've really shown England, this is how you should be playing. If it is baseball, we've just totally done you over at your own game. You know, so that's as interesting.
If you see the last game when Travis Head scored his 100 by playing baseball, he scored that 100 really quickly. But
that was a T20.
That was T20. But now the pitch is different, conditions are different. It's pink ball. They say they can't score fast runs. They have to dig deep, stay on the crease for most times, and then score their runs. This is what they did. No one scored 100. They still made 511 in the first innings.
But that's what I'm saying. Is that you can have 5 or 6 batsmen, just scoring, you know, half a century or 60, 70 runs, and it'll have an impact on the total score. And that's what you want to have. You don't want to get out cheaply for like 10 or 15.
Yeah,
you know?
But again, that dropped catch of Alex Carey when he was at 0, that could have changed the game for England.
Yeah, you've got to tell the thing is, I mean, that's in any walk of life, any professional, you know, arena. You know, you've got to take the chances as they come to you, otherwise it can come back to bite you. But the thing is, the one thing I'll say is that, you know, it goes back to what Gautam Gambhir was saying after, you know, India lost, is that first test, I think, against South Africa, was that he wants these players to use their heads. You know, it is a 5-day game for a reason. So why are you trying to win the game in day 1 or day 2 when there's exactly. It's a test match over 5 days for a reason. So, you know, but anyway, it'd be interesting to see if England can somehow miraculously pull this out of the bag. But I think all 3 of us are in agreement that Australia are going to win this one to go 2-0 up.
Unless they do a West Indies. What a performance by West Indies.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
That deserves a round of applause because, again,
that does.
Away to New Zealand, what did they score? 470 something?
457 for 6 in 4th innings to save the test match. Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Brilliant.
Justin Greaves made 202. And Kamal Roach with 58, and Shai Hope made 140 as well. So I think they had to basically bat, you know, the full day and a half effectively.
Yeah, brilliant performance.
They survived. I mean, fantastic West Indies, and for a team that, you know, we talked about when obviously they came to India, and we kind of said, you know what, they're a shadow of what they were in their former selves in the glory days of West Indies cricket. But this shows again the resilience and the fight in the West Indies team, and I thought fantastic achievement to have done that today.
Yeah. Let's hope this is you know, I know it's too. We're very quick in every sport that a team wins one game or has one good performance. We say, oh, it's the corner's been turned. But generally, I do hope, as we discussed in previous podcasts, that this is a turn of corner for West Indies cricket, because, you know, world cricket needs a strong West Indies team.
100%, exactly that. Couldn't have said it better.
Brilliant, boys. Well, good to catch up. So as far as India are concerned, we've got a T20 series to look forward to, which I suppose is quite important as well, and against South Africa, because we did beat them in the final to win the T20 World Cup back in 24.
24.
24.
Yeah,
24. Yeah.
Last year.
So,
Sky with that amazing catch on the boundary.
Yeah. Oh, God, I'll never forget that. And Bumrah's bowling, wow, brilliant. So looking forward to that. So I suppose we'll catch up as those matches play out. But until the next time, guys, thanks for listening. Please do like, subscribe, and drop your comments in. And we look forward to seeing you very soon.